computer. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Combo. This is a YouTube drawing show where we make a collaborative drawing, or combo drawing as I call it. We use digital drawing tools to draw in the same space at the same time, have a conversation, and hopefully have a good time. There's no pressure to draw at any certain quality or even have a finished drawing at the end of this. We just hang out, draw, and have a good time. If you're new to these videos, there's two reasons that I make these videos. I want to tell people about the projects I'm working on, like a Kickstarter for Dark Mouse, which is my latest comic book. This is my first Kickstarter. Go to my Instagram profile at iDraw. It's on the screen to find that and follow that and get updates and sign up for the email newsletter and support if you can, share if you can. Today I am joined by Fanny Arteaga. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Awesome, perfect. And you prefer Fanny? I want to say I've seen Estefania somewhere.
Yeah, but I prefer Fanny. It's like the shortest way to say it.
Perfect. So Fanny, you also worked on a Kickstarter, worked on a comic book that has a Kickstarter going right now. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's the elevator pitch for Fanny?
Okay, well, hello, my name is Fanny, as you said. I'm a digital artist right now, and I worked on Bandita, which is a project from Kate and Phoenix. And I don't know, it's really exciting to be on that Kickstarter. Like I know I worked there for a year and now it's out, so I'm so happy. And what about me? I'm from Mexico, if you can notice by my accent and my mistakes on pronunciation, but I'm working on it, okay? But yeah, what else can I say? I don't know. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
You're okay. So what you said you worked on the Bandita comic for a year. What was that process like? How did Kaden reach out to you?
Yeah, that was a funny way to reach out to me because I post on Twitter that I was able to work and she saw my tweet. So then she emailed me and she was like, oh, I have this project. Do you want to join in? And I was like, yeah, of course I want. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm reaching out to a lot of artists that are from Latin America. So the project is like about representation of women, feminism, problems in Latin America, that all the women we have, that it's insecurity, violence, domestic violence, and all that stuff. And it's really cool that she encouraged herself to talk about these problems, because I don't know, there's not a lot of media covering this like in this way. You know, we have all the paper news on and that stuff, but no one is like putting that in a comic, you know, where all the kids can know that. And I don't know if it's really important. First, the representation of Latin America, and second, the violence that is involved to be a woman around the world, not only in Latin America. I'm for sure. That's for sure.
Sure. Yeah. It's a huge problem, and it's always nice to see when creators involve real world scenarios and talk about real world scenarios in their work. So if for anyone watching, this is the Bandita Kickstarter page. You guys are Caden's almost reached the $5,000 goal there, which is great. I backed it a little while ago. I'm looking forward to that comic, and I'm looking forward to seeing your drawings on paper. It looks like it's going well, and I'm glad that seems like you had a good time working on it.
Yeah. She was really great with all of us, because we're like 3 women working on that. I only did the pencil part. Someone else inked and someone else colored the pages.
Okay.
So we're like having a teamwork and
That's
everything.
That's great. That's so interesting to me because like back in the day, comics had like a similar team. When you would make a comic, you needed that team because the reproduction and copying and printing process back in the day, you needed an inker, and you needed a colorist, and you needed like all these different steps. And if it was one person doing that, that would take a lot of time, just like today. But also today, like you don't necessarily need all those different
No.
steps in there to produce a comic book. The technology doesn't require that. So it's kind of interesting to see the team still happen in so many different aspects. Like it's not just this comic. There's like a lot of the major production houses still use teams just because that saves time for that one person. And
Yeah.
people are used to comics looking a certain way. So cool. Well, I'm looking forward to Bandita. It looks like it's gonna be successful. I hope it is. And today we're gonna do a drawing. I don't know yet. Is there anything you were hoping to draw? Anything that you've been enjoying drawing lately? I see that on your Instagram you're doing a lot of cocoa drawings.
Yeah. I've been drawing cocos, but I think I'm gonna draw something about Steven Universe. I'm like obsessed with Steven
Oh,
Universe right now.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am not familiar with Steven Universe. Like the only thing I know about Steven Universe is that he wears the shirt with the star on it, and he's
Yeah.
got the three different like there are three different moms in his life, right? Is that right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like
Okay,
big sister's mom
gotcha.
/ blah blah blah.
Three different female role models that he
Yeah.
has around him. That's good. Okay, so all right. So if you're gonna draw something Steven Universe-esque, does he also deal with like space creatures and different like monster type things, or like what are I'm trying to figure out like what I can draw because I've never seen the show.
Okay, well, we can draw anything you like. Like, I don't have any problem. That's like my comfort zone, but I can still draw Coco if you like, or something
No.
about Dark Mouse or
Uh,
something about.
let's go with your comfort zone. I like the idea of Steven Universe. You know what? I'm gonna do like just a big Steven Universe background, and you can draw Steven in the
Okay,
foreground.
okay. But by the way, Steven Universe, they are all like space invaders, so you can draw anything related to that, to space, or yeah, they are like the
Okay.
crystal gems. They are not supposed to be like humanoids, something. They are gems, so but they can project their human version. No, it's a long search.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, it
but
seems like
okay.
there's a lot of world building there. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna draw something Steven Universe today.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
yeah, I could probably pull up some visual reference on my second monitor over here also.
But I recommend you to see it.
Yeah. A few friends have told me for a while that I need to watch that. My nephew was watching it for a while too. I will see it. I don't know when, but I will see it.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your work setup like? You're looking at me on the phone, I think you said, and you're drawing on how many
Yeah,
monitors do you have?
I have two monitors, and I'm in the call with my phone, so I have opened the um
The
the
desktop.
AGI, yeah, the desktop. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it like here.
Oh wow, that is a big Cintiq.
Yeah, yeah. I bought it in eBay. It's secondhand Cintiq, but it worked like new.
Great. Sí, compraste online.
Yeah,
Estaba on sale.
yeah. I was so happy to find it because
Good.
it
Yeah.
was really cheap compared to Mexico. Like we have the same products but twice the price in the United States. So it's
Really?
yeah. It's crazy. The price here doesn't fix
I did
Mexican
not
prices.
know that. Okay. I have some family in Juarez, and
Oh,
I'm sure I have some family sprinkled throughout the country elsewhere. But most of them had come over here in the previous generations. I had no idea things were just like uh, double the price over there. Well,
yeah.
I guess I know that the dollar is valued differently, so I guess that's like a subconscious thing. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, cool. That's a nice piece of hardware that you have there.
What are you working on? I see you have a pencil, Wacom pencil. So
Yeah, I am working on the Wacom, one of the Intuos tablets or
yeah.
trackpads. It's a big one. I got the biggest size because I had never drawn digitally before, and like 5 years ago, I still didn't really start drawing digitally until like a year or two ago. Most of
Okay.
my stuff, like my comic, my Kickstarters, is all paper drawings, and then I color them on the
Oh,
computer. But pretty recently, I've started drawing
savage.
digitally a little
Yeah.
bit. uh, when I do digital, it's mostly like after
You
like
already have drawings.
yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah, after I
mm,
already have drawings. It's doing the coloring, polishing it up, fixing the contrast, that kind of stuff,
mm,
levels. um but yeah, this thing I'm using a little more because I've been taking some classes, and so it's kind of nice. This is an Intuos. There's a Wacom Intuos. It's a large. There was like a small and a medium, and I bought the big one
yeah.
because I was like, I want to draw over the whole screen, and then I didn't touch it for like a year. But I'm
Yeah, it
definitely,
happens.
yeah, definitely using it more now though.
No, that's good. The first time I bought a Cintiq, it was into a small, but I was like in secondary school.
Okay,
But I was from that time I knew that I wanted a Cintiq. Like when I grow up and when I work, the first time I'm gonna buy it is a Cintiq, and I did
sure,
with my first job. Like I saved all and I bought it.
great.
Like it was a dream. But well, I want to know more about you. Who are you? Where you come from? Where are you at right now?
Yeah, that's true. I don't talk a lot about me in these things, but my name is Nathaniel Osollo. This is for anyone watching, just for some context. This is the first time that Fanny and I ever meet, talk, or anything. Like
Yeah.
we've Instagram DM to set this up and emailed to set this up, but that's kind of it. This is our first real conversation, and yeah, I live in Southern California. I think I've been
Okay.
been to Mexico twice in my life, maybe three
Uh,
times.
where?
Um, I have I've studied art all my life. I didn't go to a proper art school. I went to Cal State San Bernardino, so like a university to just like get like general education. But while I was
Okay.
there, I took like all the art classes that I could. Let's see.
Okay.
I want to use this one. Um, I'm just gonna go big graffiti letters in the background. Um,
I'm sure. Okay. Okay.
let's see what else.
Okay.
I watch all the cartoons, all the comics, movies. I'm big on blockbuster movies, that kind of stuff. That's what I like. I like a lot of small movies too, though. Love comics. Been making comics since 2000. Been seriously self-publishing comics since like 2010.
Okay.
I made one of the first comics I made was called 140, like the number 140, and it was all based on Twitter, meaning that I could do
Like
this a different way,
like a webtoon.
like kind of it was almost a stream of consciousness comic, but basically I would take tweets and use them as the dialogue, use them as the writing, or like put a tweet in on a billboard in the background. So it was very almost like a surreal comic that would tell the story eventually of like all these different sci-fi characters coming together in meetings.
Okay.
So it was kind of like I would put out a tweet and say like, "Hey, tweet me and get this, and you'll be in my comic." And then I would take the
Ah.
tweet and then use that as the dialogue, and then give them credit, and then they would share it and that kind of thing. So like,
Ah.
um,
Cool.
it was kind of like a kind of a poor attempt at like going viral online, but it was also like a really fun way to make comics. Like I like community-based artwork. So case in point, you and I have never met, but we're gonna make a drawing together right now. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff I dig. So that was like my first one, and then more recently, I'm focusing on this character Dark Mouse, who I've been drawing since about that time, like 2010.
Okay.
And he's a gritty mice. It's a gritty crime comic with mice. It's the pitch for him is like he likes to drink, he likes to fight, he gets in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's renegade cop, disgruntled cop. The chief is always telling him stuff like, "You're driving me up to here, Dark Mouse," or like whatever, something like that. That's the kind of story it is.
Okay, okay. It sounds something. It remind me like, did you ever play Conquer, the Xbox game? It
No.
was about a squirrel, orange squirrel. Squirrel, is that the way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pronounce?
That's the word.
But yeah, he did all these missions, but he was like a badass. He drank. He had drank. I don't
Yeah,
know.
drank. Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, he did this all good stuff, but still he was like a badass, and I don't know.
Nice. That sounds cool.
It sounds a little bit dark, like Dark Mouse. Okay, so you've been drawing like forever now, like
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years from now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've been drawing that comic for like 10 years. And then it's like like I kind of just do random like random stories whenever I'm feeling like it, or whenever I have the idea for it. So it's not like a regular monthly comic. It's just like every year,
okay,
every other year I'll come out with something Dark Mouse. It's normally like
okay,
mini zines, that kind of stuff.
okay,
Yeah. So
that's cool.
you had an Xbox growing up?
Yeah, well, I had a brother, so I that's basically the same thing. But yeah,
Sure.
I never play. I consider myself someone who loves video games, but never play, because all my childhood I was like seeing my brother play for hours, in the night, in the day. He was like, "Oh, see, do you want me to join me to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I like stand behind him like all the way to see him play. Sorry, I don't know how to
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
in English,
You
but
were like
that's,
watching him play.
yeah, watching him play. And that was like, I saw Zelda. I don't know. By the time he played like oh Nintendo 64, 64,
Oh,
Nintendo,
yeah, Nintendo 64.
yeah, and Mario Kart, all the kid kids games. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
sorry.
like the Mario themed games.
Yeah, and I grew up like, okay, I want to be around people who also play video games. And at the end, my boyfriend, it's like basically my brother, but in other person. it's
Oh, I
it's
see.
it's kind of weird. But yeah, sorry.
No, you're
Okay,
good.
so
Yeah.
if you are from the south of California, right?
Yes.
Cool, cool. I think Kaden is. Do you know Kaden? She's from California, I think.
Yeah, she is down here. Interestingly, we've never met, but we definitely run in the same circles. Like there are a few comics people that I will see, or I've seen like maybe once in the past 2 years, because pandemic. But I'll see different comics friends and then say like, "Oh yeah, have you met Caden?" And I'm like, "No, not yet." And then I see another friend and like, "Oh yeah, that's a cool project. Have you met Caden?" I'm like, "No, not yet." So like we're like just missing each other. We're in each other's universes, but we haven't actually met yet.
Yeah,
Uh,
wow, cool. So you have common friends and all that stuff. That, oh, I know her, but not personally.
right, right, yeah. No, yeah, I've been doing conventions for since around 2010. I think I only saw her activity online maybe in the past 2 or 3 years, something like that. So no, I haven't met her yet. But we will cross paths, I'm sure. And I'm definitely gonna email her about this and let her know that we did this, and
Yeah,
hopefully
she
we
will
can.
be so happy.
Okay,
She's always
cool.
happy about everything.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good way to
that's
live life.
cool. Yeah. Have you ever been to CTN? I think it's a convention, not about comic, but about animation, I think.
Yes, I went once in 2017, 18. And then there's another one really similar to that called Lightbox Expo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one I've been to twice. Um, the first time was in person because that was 2019, and that was before before the pandemic. And for that one, I wrote to them. I wrote to the staff, and they said, "Hey, I'm gonna write a blog post about you. Can I get a press pass?" And they were like, "Sure." And then I got a press
Oh,
pass, and I got it.
cool.
Yeah, and that's like only because like I used to blog. I used to write for a blog like back in college, and it wasn't like
Oh,
a big professional gig or anything, but I've done it before, so I know how to do that. And so like I
yeah.
still will try to get into places for free that way. And then, I write the blog post. Nobody reads it, but I still write the blog post.
That's
Um,
cool.
just so I can say like, yeah, I did it. So there.
Yeah, it's a good way to get you that kind of passes because you already know how to write. And that's cool. You're writing the whole story about Dark now, right? And you're doing the drawings too. So that's like a super. I don't know. Writing is a little difficult. I consider writing difficult.
Really?
That's why I draw. I draw.
Okay. That's fair.
But I've I don't know where do you learn to write something like a comic?
I don't know that I actually learned to write a comic per se.
Okay.
I think it's more just um, I wanted to I wanted like something to happen in my comic, and so I just drew that, and
Okay.
I've just been doing that so much that I can say that no one else is writing my comics, so I will just say that I'm writing the comics, but I don't
Yeah.
I don't ever actually write out a script.
Okay.
Like I never have the Word document that has like, oh, here's the line for this character, here's the setting, here's this character, and these guys are talking. Like I don't do that. I mostly
Okay.
just
Okay. Okay.
I'll draw like this is going to happen in the story, this is going to happen in the story, this will look cool over here, and how do I get from here to here? And then like I'll draw, at that point the character's talking or whatever. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
mostly my writing is just like random notes in different sketchbooks, and then later on I just have to try and make sure I remember to look in those sketchbooks.
Okay, but that's still great, like even if you don't do the all the formal stuff,
Right.
you're still developing in stories. So that's really interesting. Something that I'm 100% visual, so I need to draw it first before writing. I don't know, it's something really difficult to me, like
Sure.
communication.
Yeah,
My communication channel is drawing, so
that makes
yeah.
sense. That's valid.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. Okay, okay, okay.
Well,
I
this
will.
so I want to also like say that you should feel comfortable drawing as big as you want. Like I'm doing a background, so cover as much of
Yeah,
what I'm doing as you want. I'm not going to put too much detail in this. I'm trying to call on my youth graffiti sketchbook skills to try and just fill this area with a Steven Universe name.
yeah. Don't worry. I'm okay about that. I'm just like I don't know what to draw like specifically. I want to draw Steven, but what is he going to do now
Gotcha.
with drawing? But cool. I think California is one of the most creative places to be. Like there's a lot of projects going on there. So if you're there, you can see like I don't know. I think I don't know if there's a difference where all the animation studios are from Southern California, but I
Mhm.
think you're in the same place, right? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sure.
Absolutely, yeah. They're not far from here at all. It's pretty nearby. This.
That's cool. That's cool. Wait, sorry, I have my dog here. He will
That's
be
okay.
on the background.
What kind of dog is that?
It's sorry, I don't know if I can say it in English. Is
I'll say it in Spanish.
Pastor Belga, a Belgian Shepherd, Belgian
Okay.
Shepherd, Pastor, like
Pastor.
German Shepherd, but from Belgium.
Oh, interesting. I've never. I guess I would assume that there are other shepherds, but I didn't really. Oh no, you know what? My brother had a few years back. My brother had some Australian shepherds. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. He's called Pastor Belga.
And ¿cómo se llama?
Malinois. Malinois. It's called Malinois, the specific dog breed, because
Okay.
the Belgian Shepherd, they have 4 different like types, and he's a Malinois.
Oh, okay. And is that his name? What did you name him?
No, his name is Luca. Lucas.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Lucas, but the breed is called Malinois.
Got it.
I think it's French or something. But he keep bringing me his toys. He wants to play, but he never get tired of playing. Do you have
Cool.
any dogs or?
Yeah, I have a let's see, which layer is this? I messed up on one of these layers and now I can't change it. We're just gonna color over it. I have he's called a terrier, a rat terrier. They call them rat terriers, like raton. They call them rat terriers because they hunt them and they kill them.
Oh, I see. I Google it.
Yeah, he's real cute, real cute little dog. But he's also an alpha, so he likes to be the boss and he doesn't like listening to anybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the
way the small dogs function.
Right. And you kind of have to, so like you don't get stepped on. You need to make noise and act big. So that's him, and his name is Pinto.
Pinto.
Pinto, como
Pinto. Yeah.
como los frijoles.
Yeah, Pinto. Sí.
And he's we started an Instagram page for him. That's Pinto the Unfriendly Dog. I'll put that link in the notes later on.
In the description.
Yeah, there you go. Where did I draw this? Oh, that's all on this layer. Oh, ugh, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it always happens.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Then no, it's a little like, why? Okay, Steven Universe is gonna have your comic.
Oh, cool.
I
love it. Cross promotion.
Yes. Well,
so what comics do you read? What do you read?
What comics? I don't read a lot of comics, but lately I had Teen Titans Raven and Beast Boy series. I have it right here. This, I don't know, can I show them or you prefer not to?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. This one, they're from Gabriel Piccolo. Do you know him? He's I don't know if...
I follow him on Instagram. That guy's a really interesting artist.
Yeah, I've never been into superhero comics until Bandita is the best superhero. but this is so cool.
Yeah, there's something about the way he draws them, not just like his technique, but like the activities that they're doing. Like he draws them like on Snapchat, or he draws them using
Yeah,
Instagram Live. And so like there's this,
playing video games, something really
yeah,
like
something very
you don't.
casual
Yeah,
and very, it seems like he's really in tune with what young people do with technology, and he makes his characters do that. And so it just looks super relatable, or it looks like it's super
yeah,
relatable.
that's the word, relatable. You can relate to every drawing he makes, even if they are superheroes and have superpowers.
Right, right. Like it's Beast Boy is dating what's her name, Raven, right?
Raven, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's see, yeah, that's that. I
And
don't
like
know.
I don't even read the comic, but like that's just like a testament to like his skill, because like you see the drawings of them like casually relaxing on each other and stuff, like their body language, and
Yeah, yeah,
that's super relatable too.
yeah. That's why I bought it in the first time because I don't know. I mean, I I've never bought comics like the real old comics like about superheroes, but I'm more about the girly stuff and that like makes a romantic story in a action something ish. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That's it's a valid reason to want to read comics.
Yeah, which what comics do you like or to buy or to read?
Typically, I'm like following an artist. So like if I see, like I'm a big David Mack fan. I don't know if you're familiar, but
Oh
David Mack,
no.
he's uh he's this artist that uses a lot of watercolor. And I love his work. And so like if I hear that he's, you know, he did some Spider-Man covers or Daredevil covers, then like I'll go look for those comics.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
if I hear that what are some other artists I like? Ben Temple-Smith has a new Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Like I'm gonna go look that up. So like I follow artists. Recently, there haven't been too many current comics that I'm reading. What I'm
Okay.
doing lately is just going on this app called Hoopla that
Hoopla.
my local library works with,
Okay.
and they, you know, just post some free comics because it's from the library, so you can check out the books online and
Oh cool.
read them on a tablet, and then go buy the book later if you like it. And um, I kind of really dig that lately. And I read a bunch of stuff that way since the beginning of the pandemic. So like I read, what did I read on there? I'm doing this like really ugly scrawly line on the letters to give them a 3D shape, but I kind of dig it.
No, it's super cool, and I like the color palette you chose.
Thanks. Just experimenting. What did I read? I read Lock and Key. I'm reading Batman, the Max and Batman right now,
Okay.
which is like a crossover. I read Snot Girl. I read, oh, you know what I read recently that I really loved is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up with Me. Have you read this?
Laura Dean? No, no, no.
Yeah, that one is it's a teen romance. It's about
Okay.
oh man, I forgot the main character's name.
It
You just
happens.
Yeah, you just remember the antagonist or her love interest because her name is in the title. But it's about these two queer, really a few different queer teenagers, and they're one of them is in love with this girl Laura Dean, or she thinks she's in love. She's in a relationship with her. They keep breaking up. She gets kind of treated like garbage. You know, Laura Dean doesn't
Mm,
prioritize her. She's
mm.
making out with
Toxic relationship.
other people constantly. Yeah, right. Like, you know, like teen stuff, high school stuff, and it's kind of a bummer. And through the book, you know, there's character growth, and the characters realize realize what they need to be better people and healthier, or some of them realize that. And then it's a really good relatable story, and like similar to the artist we were just talking about. There's a ton of like drawings of phones and text messages and things like that in there, because that's how people communicate these days, and it's really relatable. There's some panels in there that are just like drawings of a text message, and that's it. They don't even draw the phone, and it works really well. So that's a good comic. Laura Dean keeps breaking up with me.
Okay, I'm gonna check out for sure. Do you realize that in comics it's really cool when they do that, but in movies it's like a little cringe when they try to imitate like social media or create new social media instead of putting just the actual brands that everybody knows? It's like a little cringe to see how adults like old try to do that, and instead of just put like Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah. I know that's, I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna let you try and finish that thought. I 100% agree. Whenever you see even just like text messaging, like two characters in a movie or a TV show text messaging, somebody does like some motion graphics of like the speech balloons popping up next to their heads and like
yeah,
scrolling on the screen, and you're like, like they haven't got it right.
yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen people do it smoothly, because there's a little bit of a disconnect. You're right, because like if you don't have the actual Instagram or the actual Facebook or the actual iPhone user interface, and you don't see like the green bubbles or the blue speech balloons that you
Yeah,
know and you recognize from the technology, you're not going
exactly.
to relate to it, and you'll say like, oh yeah, I know that they're text messaging, but on the subconscious level you're like, that's not what text messaging looks like, and it takes you out of the story a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Like the
uh,
Perapod or something that Nickelodeon did, like Perapod, instead of just using iPhones. It was well in Spanish it was Perapod. It was
okay.
a phone, like they have instead the apple of Apple, they have
Yeah,
a peer. I don't know how to pronounce pera in English. Let me see.
like parapod, like family, or like not family, like parrot.
No. It was a phone. Perapod. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I'm gonna try. It
Okay.
was like sorry. It was something, and they have this pera in the drawing like this. It was a phone. Like,
Oh
like they used to do it in shows like I don't know, soy 100, soy soy 101. Sorry, I only know the name in Spanish.
Zoe 101.
Sorry, 101. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see,
Per,
paraphone.
pera pera.
I'm trying to Google this, and I don't. I see your drawing, and the drawing makes more sense than what I'm Googling. But
Yeah, but it
no.
was something like this. See, I don't know if you can see it here, but it
Yeah.
was it
Oh
was
yeah.
this thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It was,
Oh, it was from a real, like a live action shows.
yeah, they did all this. I don't know. It was a joke, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's from iCarly.
Yeah, iCarly and Soy 101. I think it started in Soy 101,
Okay.
but they really did uh, the
That's such
fruit
a
shape in iCarly, I think.
That's
Sorry.
so funny. Like on some level, it looks like that works, because like the pear shape could fit in your hand really nicely. But like
Yeah.
when you look at it on screen, that UI doesn't work right away. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's like a little
No.
cringe, but it's funny that cringe, you know?
Yeah. See, that one they build it in, and they're making it a joke. Like that one I think works better, because
Yeah.
it's a satire. They're making they're saying, oh, we know that you know that this is supposed to be Apple. We can't use Apple, so we're gonna make a little joke out of it. And like that I'm okay with. But like when
Okay, yeah.
someone's making a text message bubble that doesn't look quite right, then like that takes me out of it a little bit. And
Yeah.
like they'll get it soon. I don't know when. I think like one of my favorite uh, executions of that was on I think it was on Reservation Dogs, which is this live action show on Hulu, I think, where it's all about growing up as a indigenous Native American youth in America in like I don't know, somewhere in the Midwest. I could be wrong, but growing up on a reservation, low income, brown people, and like all the struggles that come with that and being part of that community and trying to exist in that community. Anyways, at some point the characters are texting each other, and instead of having the speech balloons, it's basically subtitles on the screen, but the subtitles are just near the phone, and that's it. Like it's
Okay,
just the
okay.
text. Like if you hear them talking in their native language, you would see the subtitles at the bottom of the screen, and later on when they're texting you see the subtitles just like moved on the screen slightly. Like it's
Okay.
and there's no speech bubble, there's no speech balloon, there's no animation. It's just the text, the words appear and then they go away just like subtitles. And I was like,
Yeah.
that it's so smooth, and you're communicating the same thing. There's words on the screen and I'm reading it, and that's all I need. I don't need the scrolling animation. I don't need the shiny balloon graphics. That you don't need all that. Just give me the words, because I'm watching this movie for the words. I'm not watching this movie to see your speech balloon animation. No, this is not a dig to any motion graphics people out there. If you're doing that, I get it. It's a gig, and maybe you do it really well. That's just, that's my own soapbox. That's all.
This is a public opinion.
Yeah,
It's not,
exactly. Not
but yeah,
I
I
get
share
it.
that one with you. I'm sorry.
You're good. My dog is the same way. He woke up this morning and he was throwing up. I had to rush him out of the house real quick. It happens. All right,
It
so I'm gonna
had.
try and start coloring this quickly. I'm not gonna worry again too much about finishing, highlights, shading. I'm trying to add some dynamic stuff to it.
It's turning really cool.
I love your. Is there a name for this style of what looks like to me manga inspired drawing? Like it's the same. It's Steven Universe had or has it, and like if you've seen Turning Red, they have it, but they designed the
I
characters in that shape, which is ironically also kind of a pear shape. Like the top, the eyes area is a little narrower, and the cheeks and the mouth are very wide and round. Is there a name for that style in anime or manga?
I'm not sure, but I think it's just the way American animation it's adapting to these Asian styles.
Hmm.
Like they imitate like cuteness, the expressions and the exaggerations. But I don't know if it's a style like per se.
Whoops,
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I see.
Um, but in Steven Universe, they use it all the time to to show character like more cute or something. And I know
Sure.
it's from anime. You know, it looked like anime. Something inside this looked like anime. You know.
Right. You recognize it as like there's definitely like an Eastern influence on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you watch any shows lately, like cartoon shows? Do you like to watch cartoon?
I do like to watch cartoons. Right now I'm using streaming services to complete the catalogs in my head from when I was young. Like, when we were young, and I don't know how old you are, but when I was young, I had to sit down in front of a TV at a certain time and in the week to catch my show. Um,
Okay, I did that too. I'm not that young.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, so like that's something that we're familiar with. So like there's, a bunch of episodes of Batman that I didn't see, of Superman that I didn't
Mm,
see, Spider-Man, same thing. So right now I'm going through and watching all those. I'm in the middle of Spider-Man, and then
uh,
somebody else had told me to I really wanted to finish also. Oh, what is it? Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I started to see that show like Cabo Bebop in
Yeah,
Netflix. Yeah.
yeah. And I wanted to finish the animated version before I started the live action one with I think it's Howard Show. Um, yeah, on Netflix, but I haven't got around to that. So I'm gonna do that next, and then maybe after that, next on my queue will be Steven Universe.
You have to do it. Like Steven Universe is a whole culture. It's like I don't know. um Thanks to Steven Universe, I discovered that I was bisexual, by the way.
Awesome.
And that's something that I'm really happy about, because I discover a lot of things about myself just watching the show.
That's
And I
good.
don't know, it's good that the shows nowadays make kids ask questions, because these topics, at least here in Latin America, it's like no one talks about it. And
Yep.
even if you have friends, you don't talk. It's not comfortable to talk about that kind of issues or thoughts. I don't know.
Yeah.
But thanks to that kind of show, like I met a lot of people like, oh, do you like this show? Yeah, I love these characters. Oh, me too, blah, blah, blah. And how do you feel about this? Oh, I love, because I don't know if you know, but in Steven Universe, there's a lot of LGBT representation.
Yes. I've heard this. Again, I haven't seen it, but I have heard that about the show. Yes.
I know. Yeah. And it's really cool. I don't know. Sorry, my dog is needy right now.
That's so cute. That's so cute. Hey, Lucas. Lucas.
He's
Hi.
not here because I have the here
Yeah, the
these things.
headphones.
The
Yeah.
headphones, yeah. But
No worries.
yeah, but he's needy because he hears me talking, and I'm never talking here in the house. So when I talk, I only talk to him. So he's like, what are you doing? Are you talking to me? What?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the I was talking with one of these episodes, or one of these videos that I did recently with a buddy of mine named Jared. He was saying that he loves how cartoons today are just more emotionally mature than they were when we were growing up. And like, yeah, I have to agree. Like Steven Universe sounds like, again, I haven't seen it, but it sounds like a show that like helps people, and clearly helped you like understand something about yourself. And I can't really say that for a lot of, the superhero shows that I was growing up watching, or any of the shows that I was growing up watching. There's a lot of things that I didn't come to terms with until like a lot later in my life about myself,
Okay.
and just like understanding empathy a lot more, going to therapy a little bit,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. It's keep doing the wrong layer. I'm just gonna never not do that. Let's see, undo. There we go. But yeah, so I love that. I love that there's a place for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's why this is doing this. Ugh, okay. I'll go. All right, we're just gonna do it this way. Ta-da-ta-da.
Did you saw Turning Red?
I did.
Oh, cool. Did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, the most recent video that I did, I was drawing with a friend named Kevin. She was we drew a couple of the raccoons. How did you like the movie?
I well, I like it a lot
Good.
because it touches all this family part that it's like something strong here in Latin America. Like you have a lot of issues with your parents, and you got them from them. So, but you don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this dynamic that the girl that, oh, I want to keep the panda. Oh, sorry. Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
He's
that's
gonna
fine.
be. It's gonna be a spoiler, but yeah, she wanna keeps the panda, and the whole family was like, oh no, the tradition is that you have to lock it in some artifact. And it was like, no, but myself, I feel comfortable with the panda and having the panda and blah blah blah. And it was like, oh yeah, she's comfortable, let her keep it. It's yeah. But yeah, I really like that part, like um try to be who you are, but not change it just because your parents believe that you're a different person.
Right. Yeah, that's so important. The idea of just going through puberty, becoming an adult, getting more responsibilities, having other expectations on you put on you by your family, by the people closest to you, is always, that's always a challenge. And like, I haven't
Yeah.
seen a movie approach like just like things like puberty, like just like as things as common as periods,
Yeah.
so well. They handled it
Yeah.
so well. Like the metaphor of like turning red when you get a certain age can like, work for different things, not just that, but like it can work for like it getting embarrassed out in society because
Yeah.
you turn red, you get bashful, you start blushing. That's a huge, when you when you get embarrassed, you turn red, and that's, the name of the movie, and that works for so many different things in that story. And I think it was handled really well, and it really shows a lot of struggles that, young boys don't think about, don't even understand, and unfortunately like don't understand for a long time. um but yeah, I love that movie. I cried a little bit at that. I cried a little bit at Luca. I
Oh
cried a
yeah.
lot at Coco.
Yeah. That movie was made to make us all cry.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's just like, hey, you think you're gonna get through this without a dry eye? No way, man. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
turning.
but uh-huh.
Go ahead.
No, it wasn't important. Continue, please.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, turning red was great. Pixar has had a really strong streak recently. It's hard to sometimes think of a bad Pixar movie. I'm sure they exist, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah, and the fact that it was all directed by women, it was like, oh, really? I can do that too.
Yeah, cool. So we're gonna see some Fanny directed projects at some point in the future, right?
Yeah, some point in the future, I'm trying to study a lot now to go and break in the animation industry at some point.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, that's like my dream. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I study graphic design. So all this drawing stuff, it was just like because I love drawing, but I've never studied like um, professionally.
Okay.
But after graduating, I realized that I wanted more of this, and graphic design didn't complete my like complete didn't fit me. Like I know I
Sure.
love to create. I sign up in graphic design school because I love to create. I'm a creative person, but it was just not the way because the professional graphic design world, it's more like I don't know how to say it without sound like, oh, you hate it, but it's more like um I don't know, like something square. You need to do things
Oh,
with brands and marketing, all that stuff. It's not like the way I want to create. I prefer to being on a show, do storyboard or do comic like with Bandita. That's my
yeah.
dream. Yeah, but instead of just marketing some huge brand, like I don't know, it's way different.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You definitely, there's still, if you're gonna make entertainment, it's still a business. You still have a product, you still have to move that
Yeah.
product and sell that thing, whatever it happens to be. I'm gonna draw like little stars around here. This is gonna look like sprinkles, and then we're just about at 10 o'clock, so we'll wrap this up here soon.
Okay.
But yeah, this is that's part of the gig. Like unless you don't mind, and not you specifically, but unless an artist and creator, writer, whoever doesn't mind putting their artwork out free and that's all they want, like, hey, that's cool. But if you want to live off of that and have that sustain your life, then you have to make peace with it. Has to be sold at some point, and you have to make money at some point, and so you need advertising or people who know how to sell it and can get that money for the product that you want to make, for the art that you want to make. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong
No.
with
No.
selling your art. That doesn't make you a sellout or anything like that. That just means you know how to treat it like a product, and you know how to get it to actually support you and sustain you, hopefully. um,
Yeah.
that's the eternal struggle with artists. Like I saw a Facebook post from a college professor who's also this really prominent artist named Jeff Soto, who is a professor out in Riverside, California. He was talking about I'm not going to get it right, but like something like if you want to make art and have a successful life and career and have that really make some money that you can use in your life and support you, then what you're putting out into the world is probably going to be close to like 30% art skill, design skill, or just like art making skill, whatever that is, music, visual arts, graphic design, whatever,
Yeah.
storyboarding. And then the rest of it is going to be like 70% is marketing. Like, do you want to be like a famous artist and just like having museum shows and this stuff? Like, there's a lot of marketing that goes into that, and
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 requires a team involved. There's some kind of group of people that's helping you out. Um,
Mm.
but if you don't want to do that and you just want to make stuff for fun, that you don't need the marketing at all. You just go out and start putting stuff online or hanging out on a wall in a coffee shop. And both
Yeah.
are valid. Neither one is better than the other. Neither one is right or wrong. That's just two different ways of living as an artist in the world, existing.
Yeah. That's true. My problem with marketing wasn't about be an artist and sell products, but the work environment, about all the brands and marketing. And I don't know. I don't know if marketing is the
Oops.
right word,
Uh-huh.
but I used to work in in a place that they were like doing this all the social media posts and stuff that I don't know how to say it, okay, but
Okay.
it wasn't about the artist, because I know artists need to make money. We need to eat, right?
Yeah.
We're not like just persons who do art for free and stuff. I
Right.
like all that part, but I prefer to be an artist than a graphic designer. That was my whole point.
I see. I see. Okay. Yeah. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. So okay. So more creative, less graphic design, less logos, that kind of thing.
Less, yeah. Less logos, less brands, less cookie, or I don't know. I don't know how to, sorry, I get nervous and I don't know how to speak English well, but I really, if we ever meet in person, I hope my English is better. I hope.
I,
Sorry.
I think you're doing great. Don't even worry about that. And we're just about done here. Or I don't know, how are you feeling about your Steven over there?
I can finish it. I'm just going
Oh,
to do so feel the color,
oh, okay.
do the
Uh,
color,
now I'll let you
but
do
I
that.
can do. But
Um,
if you want to end the call right now, I can do it off screen and then say you
No,
when I'm done.
no, that's totally
I
fine.
don't want to take your time.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's so cool. I love the Dark Mouse book. Oh, that's rad. See, like now I have to watch the show because he reads my comic.
Yeah, you should. He's a really fan of you.
Yeah, right. That's funny. Cool. Um, I'm gonna add some more to my pink stuff over here.
So let's do that. Sorry, I'm a person who can not do this at the same time. Like in every interview, is like, okay, I answer and then I draw, and then I answer and then I keep drawing. I
I
cannot do
see.
the both at the same time.
Ah,
Sorry.
no, you're totally fine.
Can I feel? Ah, yeah, I can feel. Okay. Okay.
When you say field, what is this technique? I don't know what this is.
Uh, no. I meant to use the bucket, the bucket
Oh, okay.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, feel. I'm trying to say everything in English, but I'm not really good at it.
that's okay. Is that something that is like common practice in like Mexican art design classes? Do they try and teach you like the English version of everything?
Yeah. No, when I studied graphic design, they told us that we have to put Photoshop in English because it was like better that we knew the name of the tools in English, because in any job they can use it like that. I don't know. I don't know how
Yeah.
to explain it, but you
Yeah.
understand, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't know. Usually we have all type of clients, so we have from China, from Brazil, and we all communicate in English, even if they are not. That's not their language. We all
Okay.
communicate in English. So,
Fascinating.
yeah. And do you study Spanish just for fun, or do you learn because your wife?
I studied I studied Spanish in high school. I
Okay.
studied Spanish in college, and every time I got a B. I should be more versed. Like I'm in my 30s now, so like the phrase "necesito practicar" doesn't really like do it. Like I'm not gonna practice anymore at this point.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets. But I took a lot of Spanish in high school and college just to meet requirements. They're like, oh, you need a this many language classes. Like, okay, I'm gonna take Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 and then get that credit and get that college credit crossed off and or try
Yeah.
to. But I definitely started speaking more a lot more in the past couple of years, because for a while I was living with my in-laws. We were all living together in the same apartment, so like I even just from like dating my wife when we were still dating, I
Okay.
started speaking a lot more, um, understanding a lot more, and
Yeah.
so my Spanish could be and probably should be better, but it's like at this point in my life, I don't know if it's gonna get any better. This is probably as good as it gets. But that's where my Spanish is. So I can say what I need to get by. If
Yeah.
I'm at a like a Mexican restaurant, a Salvadorian
Yeah.
restaurant, I can order food, ask for the bathroom, donde está
Yeah.
uh, medical if I get hurt or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't talk too much in Spanish. I can make it up. I can fumble really well and do some Spanglish with relatives pretty well, but it's never like a clear or long conversation.
I know. I feel that way in my English skills because I've studied like my whole life,
Hmm.
and it was a requirement to have a certain level of English in our college. So if you didn't knew English, you cannot graduate from college. It was
Really?
that, yeah. It's
Wow.
that important here in Mexico because we're so close to you, and that's like in every country we can speak in English and get us understand to French guy or to a Chinese girl, we can speak both English. So it's really important here to know English.
Right, right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But
I can't imagine. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense, but I see what you're saying. That's a requirement to graduate.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, but that if I hadn't that requirement, maybe I wouldn't be speaking to you right now, you know.
Yeah, lucky me. What was your degree in?
My degree was, what you mean, graphic design degree
Yeah,
or?
yeah, like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
when you said you went to college. What did you leave college with? Graphic design title or something?
yeah, graphic design title,
Okay, yeah.
totally that. Yeah. And you had a degree name or something? Or
Yeah,
the,
I got a bachelor's degree in studio art. So that,
oh,
that's all. Like studio art is, painting, pencils,
yeah,
Conte crayons, like actual traditional techniques and stuff like that. So that just
yeah.
means I could paint really good. And like I was like, right after college, I was taking like all my figure drawings and trying to get jobs like drawing comic books and stuff. And they're like, hey,
Okay.
these are nice figure drawings, but we need to see what you can do with comics. And I was like, what? So like I spent like uh that was like 2008 when I graduated, and then in
Okay.
2010 that's when I started actually like making comics and stuff. And like just for some more context, I don't have like my day job is not an art job. Like I have an office 9 to 5 job.
Okay.
But so I make comics, and I've been making comics on the side, and that's been like my side gig for the past 10 years or so.
Yeah.
But now that I'm drawing digitally and meeting more people like yourself, I'm trying to make more of a transition. I love you, Steven. He's so cute. Look at him with his
I don't know if I
chocolates.
can change the outline to black. I don't know how, but okay, I think that's good.
Okay,
But
cool.
but that's cool that you're trying to make this to happen, even if like being a creative person nowadays is a little bit difficult because of the money, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I mean, like being a creative person in any era feels like it was always a challenge. Like
Yeah.
there's there's a reason there's the term starving artist is because it's hard to because going back to that thing, it's hard to sell art. People who are making art are sometimes introverts, sometimes shy, and those are not the
Yeah.
best attributes for somebody who's trying to sell stuff or market stuff. Oh
That's
man,
true.
this looks
I
this looks like a tasty cake that I could eat.
I'm finished.
Awesome.
Looks
Oh,
so awesome. I really love that.
cool. You know what? We need
The
to
background
sign
is
it.
really, really, really cool.
Thank you.
I don't know. I love the other results because it's the Steven universe. I really, really have an obsession.
Good, good.
Do you want me to put my name?
Yes, we need to both sign it. So we
Okay.
can both say that we worked on it, and then I'll put this up on my website
Ooh, cool,
and,
cool, cool, cool,
and my
cool.
Instagram. And
Oh, I love that.
see, where am I
Okay.
gonna? I'm gonna sign it somewhere else. Let's sign it up here.
Have you ever
Yeah.
struggled with your sign in
With
like
with
the
with the signature? Yes.
uh, have you changed a lot your signature in your drawings? Because I
Um,
do.
not too much. Recently, like I've settled on this thing, which is
Ah, cool.
I just like that because for two reasons. Number one, it's part of my name. Like my last name is Osollo,
Uh-huh.
but I really like the how these are so symmetrical, and then also they kind of make a skull. if
Yeah.
you look at it right. And I love drawing skulls. And when I realized like, oh, there's a skull in my last name, I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna use forever now.
Yeah.
So that's how I sign it now, and I do that, and I'm able to hide it pretty well. And sometimes I can throw it into the background, and it looks like just part of the drawing, which is
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, coming up with a signature and, for lack of a better term, a brand for yourself as an artist is sometimes a challenge that I totally relate. I used to, practice the autograph thing, like just like, oh, this is how I'm gonna sign every time.
Yeah.
And then, after doing conventions and shows and doing that for a while, I was like, that's how I sign my checks. I don't know if I want that like out there. Like it's kind of weird. But yeah, I love like what you did down here. This little almost, it's almost a logo. It's almost a graphic. I love this like old school thing that they would do on comics in like the 90s, where it's like this ugly piece of paper and then you sign your name on that, and like you hide that in the corner. That old
Yeah.
motif. But yeah, is this a signature logo you've been using for a while? This FA?
I think it's like the past 6 months. I changed my signature a lot because I don't know who I am yet.
Okay, that's fair.
But
That's
I
fair.
think that imitates the way the Japanese signs papers. You know, they have a like
Right, the character, the stamp.
yeah, and that's the way I want to do it, like a Japanese. I don't know. I don't know.
I like
Sorry.
it. I can relate. That's actually how David Mack was signing a lot of his work for a while too. So that artist I was talking about earlier. Okay, cool. I love it. Thank you so much for jumping on a Saturday morning. This looks great. It's
Thank you
super
for
cute.
inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for being open to talk with somebody you never knew and draw with somebody you never met. And I'm gonna say that we're now online friends and pen pals, and you'll see me on
Yay.
the Instagram, and hopefully we cross paths at some point in the future. I love this, and congrats again on getting the Kickstarter gig. I hope you get all the cool gigs you want after this, and I'm sure we'll be seeing. I'm sure I'll see more of your artwork in the future.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited to see what Dark Mouse look like in the whole story. I'll be joining in your project too. But
Cool.
thank you.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you? I think I lost her.